Welcome back. Now, earlier this week, supermodel and businesswoman Elle MacPherson was in Brown Thomas in Dublin for the launch of her brand new Elle MacPherson body collection. So I put on my highest heels and went and met her. Elle, many congrats on the launch of Elle MacPherson Body. Does it give you a great sense of satisfaction and achievement to see these items on the shelves available for purchase, finally?
Only 2 years ago, I decided to create my own business. I have a 50-50 shareholding with my partner, who has a lot of experience in producing and manufacturing lingerie. And I went to him and I said, listen, I feel like the lingerie market is looking very staid, and I'd like to create bras and knickers that are for a very broad range of women, but I wanted to have a sort of sexy and sporty DNA. I got a design team together and we decided that we would create lingerie, the perfect t-shirt bra. And usually t-shirt bras are kind of in nude or black, but we decided that we were going to create in kind of interesting colors. So we have colors like wine tasting greenstone, which you can see here, which is it's a microfiber with an AirTech fabric. We have 6 different profiles, and so it's quite an interesting collection. And then of course we have lace as well. So seeing the collection come alive and on the floors of Brown Thomas and globally has been hugely satisfying.
What's your favourite piece from the collection yourself? Do you have one?
I have a lot of favourite pieces. I think the whole concept of the body, like the bodysuit, it's just so modern and cool to put on a bodysuit, stick on a pair of jeans or stick on a suit and use it as a foundation of your wardrobe. I think that's probably my favourite t-shirt. I'm wearing crisp underneath my dress, and I love it because it has a very natural shade, and I really love being involved from the concept to getting the financing together, to working on the business plan, to rolling out the business plan, to hiring and firing, to design, to marketing, advertising, and I've been very fortunate because my partners have asked me to step up and take more responsibility from a business perspective. And moving from the billboard to the boardroom has been a very fulfilling experience for me.
I love the expression you just said there, from the billboard to the boardroom. Your beautiful face, your physique has made you a global brand. But when you made that transition, were your looks an advantage or a disadvantage? Did you feel at the time?
No, it's a huge advantage to be beautiful in the fashion industry or to be perceived as being beautiful in the fashion industry. I feel that, look, I always say to young girls, the most important thing, and I get lots of pretty girls coming to see me and they say, their moms want them to do modelling or they want to do modelling, and I say to them, the reality in life is being a beautiful girl is one thing. Being a beautiful, well-educated, intelligent woman is so much more powerful. And when your beauty is something that is a bonus and not something that you rely on, that's where the real strength lies. I wanted to build a foundation that could go on despite the way I looked.
You've worked on so many different projects over the years. Could you pick one that would give you the most joy?
Oh, the most joyful experience in my life is being a parent to my 2 boys. And that is an ongoing, hands-on, everyday process. And I evolve as they evolve. And they teach me, they're my greatest teachers of patience and unconditional love. And so I think I wouldn't call my sons a project, but being a step parent to my husband's 3 children and being a mother to my children is by far the most fulfilling experience that I've had.
You mentioned your children there. When I was researching in the lead up to today's interview, on more than one occasion, in fact on many occasions, you were asked how you manage the work-life balance. I've never read an interview with a male CEO of any company where he's been asked how he balances fatherhood. And I think we're missing a wider narrative, with the proper infrastructure in terms of childcare, paternity leave, parental leave. Women wouldn't feel such a pull. The choice would be easier if you choose to go into that world. And it's important to have women like you up there on the global stage to act as sort of ambassadors for the rest of us trying to do the same thing in our own little way.
That's an interesting perspective. I mean, I do feel a push-pull, but not because of logistics, but simply because my nurturing desire to be with my child is so overwhelming at times, it doesn't permit me to travel. So, for example, right now, I'm going home for a weekend in Miami when I need to really go straight to New York because I want to see my child. So it's not that it's a struggle because I've got to do the right thing for work, but my maternal instinct kicks in, and I think, I've been too long without my child. I need to connect with him, and then I'll go and do the work that I need to do. And there's no amount of maternity leave or paternity leave that can really correct that. That is just, me as a woman. But I've got a parent-teacher meeting as soon as I go back. It's Halloween. I want to be with my son walking around town with a, crazy witch's hat on. And so, I do what's important for our relationship, and then, you know, when I know that he's settled, when I know he's fine, then I go and do the work that I need to do.
It's sort of an innate primal instinct, really, as mothers, as working mothers.
Exactly, and so that's where the push-pull is. I don't think it's really society that says you can't be a mother and a person in the workforce. It just means that there is that kind of push-pull with your maternal instinct at times, and that's okay.
I think it's different to previous generations when perhaps our mothers and grandmothers didn't have the same opportunities. I think it's a lovely way to be able to bring your children up now to see both perspectives from both parents.
Absolutely, and my children's father is very successful in a different field, and their stepfather is very successful as well. But you know, what is success? Is success how much money you make or how well known you are in your business, or is it that your ability to love, to spend time with your family, your health and well-being, your ability to laugh, be flexible in certain circumstances? So I think that with or without my job, my children, hopefully I guide them to perceive success as being way beyond your job.
I want you to come
Does
home
that
and
make
parent my
sense?
2 kids. I have 2 sons. Just come home and mind them, please. It's amazing.
Oh, I don't know.
So lovely chatting to you.
I'm not sure my sons would say the same. Just think, oh, she's a dragon.
Not at all. Before we go, Elle, I just want to touch on something which has really been in media, certainly in Ireland in recent months, and there's this sort of a movement called mindful technology. The fact that we're so connected, the world has become smaller. How do you switch off from checking the emails? Do you detox in terms of technology? Do you have certain regulated hours that you work?
That's a really fabulous question. I do find that I need to manage my desire to know exactly what's going on everywhere all the time. I find that I wake up in the morning, I do some meditation, breathing, and no phones, no screens. I also find that if I'm disciplined and I don't check my emails constantly throughout the day, but have periods of the day where I decide that I'm going to check emails, I'm more productive because I'm not multitasking. I'm actually in the present doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not always good at it because I like to be distracted. I mean, we all like to be distracted from the task at hand. But if I'm really focused on the task at hand, I get it done with much more purpose.
Elle, I love to think of you as this sort of modern feminist, and that instead of burning your brows, you're creating an empire and
there you go.
Creating the perfect bra. It's been a pleasure, and congrats on the wonderful range you have out now. Gorgeous Elle MacPherson.
Enjoyed that, Ian, did it?
What a woman!
What a
First time
woman
you
indeed.
were so quiet. Watching a VT.
She is the woman who has absolutely everything. Brains, business prowess, obviously the looks, the work's going with it, really impressive person.
You're right, and in fact that struck me when I was doing my research, because she studied law in university, she's multilingual, speaks 4 different languages, she's been the head of various different empires over the years, she's worked with the best photographers, the best stylists, she's acutely self-aware, incredibly smart, and she was very engaging when we sort of got talking about themes other than
range.
I love the way, I love the way
lovely.
she said, it's really important to see your children. Like, I should be flying to New York now, but I'll probably go to Miami and then go on somewhere else. It's like, most
I'm the
mothers
same.
can
I should
relate
be
to
going
that.
to Lidl, but I'm going to go back to home first.
She was lovely that her kids called her the dragon, which I thought was quite cute as well.
She was so much fun.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, can I just say what a stunner? 52.
Is she?
Not bad.
52.
Wow.
Not bad.
She
I have to say.
is. So your jaw was on the floor.
Not bad. I love it.
amazing.
That's a fabulous question.
Look at her. We're
Well
besties.
done.
Elle MacPherson said you're fabulous.
Fabulous, darling.
She is
lovely.
gorgeous. All right.